everybody, my name is Mahsa Banai from Section H. Today I'm going to talk about Microsoft in a monopoly market. What's a monopoly market? The term monopoly means alone to sell. In a monopoly market, there is a single seller of a particular product with no strong competition from any other seller. Here you see features of a monopoly market. Monopoly: price maker, barriers to entry, downward sloping demand curve, no close substitutes, full control over supply, and also in a monopoly market, firm is considered as an industry. Monopoly market structure: a lack of substitutes, one firm producing a good without close substitutes. The product is often unique. Price maker: the monopolist decides the price of the product since it has the market power. Barriers to entry: there are significant barriers to entry set up by the monopolist. If new firms enter the industry, the monopolist will not have complete control over a firm on the supply. These barriers imply that under a monopoly there is no difference between a firm and an industry. Competition: there are no close competitors in the market for that product. Profits: while a monopolist can maintain supernormal profits in the long run, it doesn't necessarily make profits. A monopolist can be a loss-making or revenue maximizing too. This is not possible under perfect competition. If abnormal profits are available in the long run, other firms will enter the competition, with the result abnormal profits will be eliminated. As we know, Microsoft considered as a monopoly market. Microsoft was considered a monopoly in the late 19th because it had monopoly market power. It could set prices for users and indicate behavior such as what other software manufacturers could offer on their machines. Here you see the revenue curves for a monopoly market. This is a total revenue and quantity, and this is a total revenue for Microsoft. We know what's the total revenue is: price, quantity. Here you see the Microsoft marginal revenue. This line shows the average revenue or demand curve, and this line shows marginal revenue. And also we know a monopoly's marginal revenue is always less than the price of its good. Here you see the graph. This line is demand and this line is marginal revenue. And we have also marginal cost and average total cost. Here you see the monopoly price. That demand curve shows us the monopoly price in point B. And you can see point A. We know the intersection of the marginal revenue curve and marginal cost curve determines the profit maximizing quantity, as we see in point A. Here we have a question. How does the monopoly find the profit maximizing price for its product? It chooses the quantity that equals marginal revenue and marginal cost. It uses the demand curve to find the highest price it can charge for that quantity. As we already saw in the graph, point A and point B shows us the marginal cost and marginal revenue, and also they shows us about demand curve to find the highest price it can charge for that quantity. Here we want to talk about externalities. We know Microsoft considered as a network, so we have network effects or network externalities. What's the network externalities? It exists when the benefit a consumer gets from owning a product increases as the number of other consumers of the products increase. There are two kinds of network externalities: direct and indirect network externalities. What's the direct network externalities? Direct network externalities increase as the size of a network of users increase in which the users of the product can communicate with each other. What's the indirect network externalities? Indirect network externalities exist when, as the number of consumers of a particular good cause firms to produce complementary goods that increase the value of the initial product. As we know, Microsoft has an indirect network externality. How it started? The government had charged Microsoft with a range of abuses, including the alleged monopolization of the market for operating system or OS. Here we want to talk about case issues. Microsoft has a monopoly in the PC market. Microsoft used its monopoly power in the PC operating system market. Various Microsoft contracts had anti-competitive implications. Microsoft actions harm consumers. What about consumers? Harm three ways by anti-competitive actions. First one is price increase. Second one is quality and variety limited. And the third one is innovation limited. Here we want to talk about government arguments about Microsoft. Microsoft used their monopoly power in the OS market. As we know, OS is operating system. It harms Netscape, i.e. at zero price, reveals that Microsoft was not motivated. There is actually no benefit for consumers too. The Microsoft case gives a good explanation of locking. In an increasing returns industry such as the software industry, consumers may become locked in to a particular standard even if it is technologically inferior. I put my references to. I use the book The Microsoft Antitrust Case, as we can see here, and I also use internet websites too. Thank you for watching my video. I hope this video can help you to understand about why Microsoft have a monopoly market. Thank you.